Hello and welcome to this video where we will be going through the proper use and operation of the MAG-6000 hedge trimmer blade sharpener. We will be covering how to set up the blade fences so that we get the proper and consistent tooth pitch and depth. We will be going through then the actual grinding, the sharpening itself, along with deburring. So to begin, just to have some understanding about how the MAG-6000 works, we have this large tabletop that allows you to stay flat on the blade while sharpening. We have our belt, and I'll quick expose the top of the belt here for you just to quick see, up here that travels down to a motor pulley and then back up at exactly 45 degrees, which is what all the hedge trimmer blade teeth are cut at. They're all at 45. The blade pitch and depth are going to be set by these fences, which we'll set up now. So here we have a little bit closer view. Here we have the rear fence and here we have the front fence. Just to draw your attention to the underside of the table here, we have two knobs. They are what hold the fence in place and allow for its adjustment. The front fence has two knobs, and there are two fences in the back of the machine, each that also have two knobs. Now let's go through the process of setting the blade fences. They are there to set the pitch and depth of the tooth. So first, take your blade and bring it up to the belt and see where the depth needs to be, and then once you find the depth, you'll want to feel for flatness against the belt, and it's quite easy to feel where flat is when the whole blade is contacting. And then once you find that, hold the blade down tightly, bring the fence up to it. Now of course you don't want to bump it and move the blade. Hold the two of them and gently tighten the knobs. You don't want to over torque them right away because you can get it to twist, so put a little tension on there. And then see that, and then you can visually check to see if the whole edge is contacting and that you've got the full depth off of the front fence. Then we now will use the front fence to set the rear fence. So holding the blade teeth off the front fence, we can bring the rear fence up to the teeth and then hold that down, again gently tightening so that we don't twist. And we'll take a look that all are contacting at the same time, all of the teeth, and they are, so we've got the blade fences set. What this will allow you to do is very quickly each tooth touch off on the fence, grind, touch off on the fence, grind, and repeat that for every tooth, keeping the blade resharpening very consistent, because we'll have our consistent 45-degree angle, which is set by the machine, and then the tooth pitch and depth by the two fences. Now here's a quick little fun fact. If you sharpen all the same type of blade, let's say you're a landscaper with a lot of the same hedge trimmer in your fleet, you'll never have to move these rear fences again. Now of course you can see there's only one front fence. The opposite side of the machine looks the same. There's another rear fence that you'd have to set. So we would first go down and do all these teeth, turn this blade around, then do all those teeth, then we would have to move to the other side of the machine. You would swing this fence over, but when the rears are already set, to set one fence is very fast and simple, especially again if all your blades are the same. One of the next features to address with the MAG-6000 is how we can deburr blades. So this top cover opens up, and we have a ramp here that is set to the right height to just lightly deburr the underside of a blade without taking away too much material. Now, sometimes if the blade has taken substantial wear, you might need to deburr the underside before you start sharpening, which would be the process of, and generally we recommend at a little bit of an angle to the belt, just lightly sliding this across the belt to deburr. So a quick, of course while the machine is running, we're doing it now so you can hear me, and then you would also deburr after a sharpening job, because burrs can be rolled over from the grinding process as well if a lot of material had to be removed to sharpen the blade. Now that we have our blade fences set, we have our blade, we can now go through the process of resharpening. I will first do a deburring operation to demonstrate that. Then I will go through and I'll grind several teeth to demonstrate the operation. The blue switch will turn on the dust collector if you have one. It switches an outlet that's below the electrical box. The red switch turns the belt of the machine on. On the end of the light, there's a rotary switch for the light. I'll keep that off now because it creates a little bit too much light during filming. So here you can see what a beautiful chisel edge the machine puts on every tooth that I ground. It's perfectly at 45 at the right pitch and depth that we set. As I said, you would repeat this process on all of these teeth. Then this blade would turn around and you would do all the teeth on this side. And then next we'll move to the other side of the machine and set the fence on the other side so you can see that. Now you can tell we're on the other side of the machine, and we'll do that same fence setup for this side. So again, just like we had done before, we look overhead to see our blade or tooth depth, and then we feel for the tooth pitch. We bring the fence up to the teeth, holding both while we gently tighten the knobs. And then we can bring our rear fence up, ensuring that we're planted against our front fence so that it ensures the two fences are in line. And now that those two are set, we'll quick do a test grind to see if we're covering the whole tooth. And indeed, here you see we covered the whole tooth completely. And now we can do a couple more teeth on this side. There you can see how both edges on both sides of the tooth were done. And then here we didn't remove much material, so there isn't too much of a burr, but I do feel just a slight one. So then we could open up that cover again and do a light deburring of the underside. Here you can see these teeth in the foreground have not been ground yet on the MAG-6000. As I slide this blade towards you, you'll see now here these edges that light up are the ones that we've ground, and you can see the nice finish and angle that the MAG-6000 has put on these teeth. Well, I certainly hope that helped you get a greater understanding of the proper use and operation of the MAG-6000 hedge trimmer blade sharpener. Now, of course, in this demo, I did not go through a full blade sharpening from start to finish. The point of this video was to show you how to set the fences, how to deburr, and how to use the machine properly. Of course, if we would be doing this whole blade, we would go down on one side all of the teeth, turn it around to hit all the other teeth on the other side, Then we would have to move this fence over like we did in the video, and then do the other side both directions. So you actually are contacting, 4 different sides going through a whole double-sided blade. And then of course we went through the deburring, how we take care of the underside. And if you have any questions as you get using your machine, feel free to give us a call. We'll be happy to help. 800-328-1110. And if you need any consumables, belts, or anything else for the machine, you can find it at Magna-Matic.com. One last note, when you got your machine, there was a 100 grit belt mounted in the unit, and we gave you along a 120 grit belt as an extra. If you are looking for even a finer grind finish on your teeth, you want them to be as sharp as possible, we offer that 120 grit belt as well, and in the future we will have some higher grit offerings also. But generally speaking, if blades are relatively bad and you have to remove a lot of material, you'll want to start with that 100 grit to really repair the blade first, and then very light touch-offs on the tooth with the higher grit belts, where you're really just refining that edge. Again, thank you very much for watching, and reach out if you have any questions.